Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
In this video, I will show you how to access and use the S5 iSystems Trader Portal. This includes finding the portal itself, viewing the systems available to you, viewing the stats for each system, and finally actually activating the system. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to Stage 5 Trading like so, and then navigate to the hamburger menu here in the top right. When you click on this, you'll have a menu here on the right hand side. Scroll down to Support and click the arrow next to it. When you do that, a few more menus should pop down below, and here you can find the S5 iSystems portal. Click on this to actually access the portal. From here, you'll find the S5 iSystems portal, and when you actually open a live account with Stage 5 running iSystems, you'll be able to log in here to access your systems. So I'm going to simply click Login here, and then from here we can enter our credentials. Once you are successfully logged in, the next step is to view what systems and statistics you have available to you. To do this, go to the Explore Systems tab here. Once you get here, you will find a page of 25 iSystems with a total of about 900 pages. As you can see, there are many systems you have available. What we need to do next is to begin to filter through them and find a system that suits your needs. When looking at these systems, the first thing you're going to want to refer to is the headings of these columns. Each of these headings has a little tooltip when you hover your cursor over it that explains exactly what that column is referring to. If we want to add or remove columns, we simply need to left-click on Customize Table here. From here, we can see we have many different options. For example, let's say we want to add columns that track the live P&L, whether it has clients or not, and when the system went live. So we click on all these. We're going to simply hit OK. Now you can see that those columns have been added. So this column has clients has been added. There's a little tooltip that explains it. There's a check mark as well. The start date of the system, and then also the live P&L. If we want to remove any of these columns, we simply need to go back here and uncheck these. Or if we add a bunch of columns and we're not sure anymore what the default was, we can simply hit default here at the bottom. And this will reset the settings to the default area. Once you have your columns set up, the next step is to begin the process of filtering the many systems at your disposal by factors that are important to you. By doing this, you'll be able to find a system that best suits your needs. To begin, left-click on the Filter Systems button here. This will allow you to filter out systems based on specific parameters that you set. For example, let's click here and track systems only based on live P&L. So we click here, and we only want to see systems that have a P&L of 0 to, say, 50,000. We simply hit then Add, we hit OK, and as you can see, by doing this, we have filtered out quite a few systems. We previously had 900 pages of systems, we now have 537. Let's add another filter. We can go here, pick a column, and then for example, let's pick Has Clients, and we want to only see systems that have live clients in them. So we're going to make sure that this is checked yes, we're going to hit Add, we're going to hit OK. You can now see that we are down to 88 pages. So by going through this process, by using the Customize Table to find statistics that are important to you, and then finally using the filters to actually narrow down the list to systems that best suit your needs, you should be able to find a system that is very well suited for yourself. So let's say you've been looking at these systems and a few of them have caught your eye and you want a little bit more information about this specific system. So for example, let's say you take a look at this Cyrus system here by Cyrus Trading. You can see that it started on the 5th of 2016. It has a total P&L of about 54,000 so far with an annual ROI of 218% and a required capital of 2,800. So you take a look at that, you say, hey, that sounds pretty good. I want a little bit more information. You can see that this system is currently not enabled for my account because there's a lock symbol here. That's opposed to this little plus sign here. This plus sign means that the system is currently running, but the lock symbol means it is not. So if I want a little bit more information about this system, I can click here. And you can see I can just immediately buy the license or I can view performance. So let's take a look at the performance of the system. What this will do is open up a separate window where we can view more detailed statistics about the system. Before I go over the system, I have to read this quick disclaimer here. It should be noted that there are frequently sharp differences between hypothetical performance results and the actual results subsequently achieved by any particular trading program. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Once here on the left side, you'll see the general information about the system. So on the left side here, you can see the developer, which is Cyrus Trading. You'll see the product that's traded, which is a EuroFX future. You'll find the system type, in this case swing, and some systems are also intraday. And then you'll also find the cost of the system. Below that, you'll find the account that the system would be activated on if you chose to do so, and then also the status. So currently we don't have this iSystem currently active, so it's set to not active. Additionally, up here, you'll find that you can select a date range that you want to see the statistics tracked for. So currently this is set to all history. So since this particular system's inception, we are seeing everything. However, we can also adjust this by, for example, last month, last year, or the previous year. So we're just going to simply keep it on all history for right now. And then additionally here at the top, what you'll find is the general statistics of the system. So for example, the total P&L, the tracked P&L, since it was started being tracked in 07-02 of 2017, and also the live P&L. So that's when someone actually decided to activate this system. What's really great about all these statistics up here, especially these ones that you'll find the little bit more detailed statistics down here, is that all of them have a little plus sign next to them. So what you'll find, for example, if you're not sure what a Sharpe or Sortino ratio is, you can simply click this little plus sign here, and a little dialog box will pop up that will explain what that is. One of the coolest features this window has available to you is the monthly P&L, the trade log, and the session log, which is here at the bottom. So what this does, especially the monthly P&L log, is it breaks down the performance of the system since its inception on a monthly basis. So what you'll also notice is that each of these boxes here are also color-coded. So they're either white, yellow, or green. What this means is that a white box means the system was backtested on historical data but never actually traded. A yellow box means that during that month the system was tested on live data but not on a live account. And then finally, green means that someone activated the system somewhere and that the system is now being traded with a live account. So this profit here is actually live P&L. Additionally, what you can do is you can get very granular with the month and what was traded. So for example, if we click here on the month of August, what you'll see is an additional window pops up where you can specifically see all the fees and all the profit and loss of the system. So here you can see on the first of the month there was license costs, and then from there you can see the specific P&L and what days the system was traded on, along with a graph here of how the system was doing throughout the month. Additionally, at the bottom here, you will find the trade log. So from here, what you can do is you can find these very specific trades that were taken by the system. So you can find the exact type of order, how large a position was, the fill prices, and additionally the exact day and time the trade was taken. And then also you have the session log, which is going to give you essentially the same information, but a little bit more details. It also includes a category for slippage. So using this, you should be able to find all the information that you could possibly want about the system. And then after you take a look at this, if you decide that you like it, the next step would be to simply activate the system. So to do that, you're going to want to navigate to the left side here. The first time you do this, there should be a little lock icon. I've already activated the system here, so that's the reason it's a plus sign. But the first time you do this, you should be able to left click and select Buy License. I'm going to simply select Extend License because I've already activated this, and by doing this, you'll see the same screens that you would see when you first buy it. So I'm going to select Buy License here. And here you will see the monthly cost of the system, so it's $120 a month, and then here we can select the base contracts for the system. Now this is going to be highly dependent on your account size, but what this is so if we select 2 units, for example, by default the system should be trading just 2 contracts each time it receives a trade signal. So we're going to change that to 2. We're going to select our payment method. In this case, we're only allowed to to pay for the system monthly. And then here we're going to select the iSystems account. This is helpful if you have multiple iSystems account. What you can do is you can allocate this system into a specific account. So next, you're going to hit subscribe. Keep in mind there are going to be quite a few confirmation boxes you're going to have to go through. This is because this is an automated system, so what we simply need to do is make sure that you fully understand the risks and the costs that you are accepting. So then the next thing you're going to simply do is hit accept here, select accept. You're going to simply once again see this confirmation. You will activate, And then here you'll get, once again, another confirmation of the system name, the type, the current position, the account it's going into, the margin that you need, and then here's the multiplier. So this is really important. So for example, we chose originally the base number of contracts to be 2. So if we select a multiplier of 4, what this means that it's 2 times 4. So the system could be trading potentially 8 contracts at a time. And then how this works is also explained in much more detail in this box here. So I'm simply just going to change this to be a multiplier of 1. And then finally we need to select the activation mode. So immediate activation will enter you into the current position by sending a market order. So this could potentially mean that your fill price is worse than what the original position was filled at. You can select immediate if better. So this means that you'll only be entered into the current position if the fill price would be better than was originally that the original signal originally had. Or you can then select on next entry. So that simply means that you'll miss out on this trade and you'll be entered in at the next signal. Some systems also offer a 4th option, which is on next session, which simply means that you can be entered into the trade on the next session. So then finally, what you simply need to do is then just accept this risk here and select activate. And then what you can see, now we have a confirmation, we've been processed, and that this system is now activated. So that's how you activate a system on the iSystems portal. A few other items that you can see in this portal. There's a top 10 list here by clicking. And you can see, a current session top 10 list, or a previous session, or the top 10 sessions in the last month. Additionally, you can also find a help tab here, and this will give you some articles in which you can read about the portal and about iSystems. And then finally, you can click here to review the systems that you currently have running. So when you do this, all your active systems will be loaded up. Here you can, for example, see I have this gold feature system. There were no trades. Here I have an NQ system. You can see that for today the P&L was minus 1200. This system here, minus 350. This Euro FX future, this is the system that we actually just activated here on this video. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see liquid balance of the account, and then P&L of the systems. Additionally, up the top you can also find fills for your systems here. You can find orders, find performance, and then also specific licenses.
Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.